The Highgate Vampire, London, 1970s, where the dead refuse to rest. In the heart of London's crumbling Victorian sprawl lies Highgate, a hauntingly beautiful necropolis filled with ivy-choked tombs and broken angels. By the late 1960s, it had fallen into decay. Fog curled like fingers around cracked gravestones, and even by day it felt like the dead were watching. Local teenagers dared each other to sneak in. Ghost stories floated around like the mist, but then something changed. Witnesses began reporting a tall, shadowy figure, gaunt, dressed in black, with eyes that glowed red in the dark. In 1970, letters poured into the Hampstead and Highgate Express, each claiming strange happenings at the cemetery. One man wrote that he saw a figure floating above the ground, while another claimed he'd seen hypnotic eyes that rooted me in place. They said it glided through the cemetery, vanishing behind tombs and appearing again yards away. Dead animals, especially foxes, were found drained of blood, their bodies bloodless but unmarked. The local media caught wind of the rumors. That night, hundreds of people scaled the cemetery's gates, clutching crosses, stakes, and flashlights. Two main figures emerged from the growing frenzy. David Ferrant, a self-described psychic investigator, claimed to have seen the vampire on Christmas Eve, 1969. Manchester claimed to have later tracked the vampire to a family vault, broken it open, and found an ancient coffin lined with silk. Locals still whispered about red eyes in the dark, in a cold presence near the west side of the cemetery. The feud between Ferrant and Manchester turned bitter and lasted for decades, each accusing the other of lying, sorcery, or worse. Inside was a corpse he described as perfectly preserved, but unmistakably dead. A hallucination born of mass hysteria, a hoax spun into myth by two rival eccentrics. Sean Manchester, an eccentric exorcist and bishop of a fringe Christian order, went further. He claimed the entity was a medieval Romanian nobleman who practiced black magic and had been buried in Highgate. He swore the creature had been accidentally awakened by occultists performing rituals among the crypts. And the Angel of Death statue, you might still hear a soft whisper. On Friday the 13th of March, 1970, both Ferrant and Manchester went public with their plans. They would hunt and destroy the vampire. It was chaos, though nothing was found that night. Ferrant was later arrested for trespassing, and the Highgate Vampire became a media sensation. He said he drove a stake through its heart, burned the body, and ended the curse. No official record backs this. And despite Manchester's claim, sightings continued throughout the 1970s and 1980s. Highgate Cemetery eventually restored order with fences and guards, but by then, the legend had taken root. Was the Highgate Vampire real, or something darker, something ancient, that once stirred beneath the graves of London? To this day, some say, if you walk the cemetery under a full moon, past the tomb of Karl Marx, look behind you, the end.